Good morning and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of York. My name is Julie Amberg. My pronouns are she and her, and I'll be helping out with the service today along with Reverend Christin Green and a lot of other special participants. Today's service will be an experience for all ages. We will all witness and participate in a ritual dedication of children and youth before we enter this woodland grove. Hope you guys can see me. I can barely see you beyond the greenery. With animal friends and ancient ones to witness a story of generosity, hope, and love. For families with very young children who would like childcare during worship, our nursery is staffed and available downstairs. Please make sure to note the important announcements listed on the back of our order of service. Scan the QR codes with your phone for more events, activities, updates, and information for newcomers. Whoever you are, whomever you love, we are glad your faith journey brought you here today. The mission of this congregation is to nurture a loving community, inspire lifelong spiritual and personal growth, and act for a better world. We welcome all of you joining us in person and online. If you're joining us for the first time, we invite you to visit our welcome desk to fill out a newcomer card or email to welcome@uucy.org so that we might get to know you. Let's now mark this time made sacred by our presence by taking a collective breath. Again, welcome to UUCY.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Christin Green. I use she, her pronouns, and I have to say, I am in awe of this moment we've found ourselves in today. Does anybody have the exact time? Can you tell me what time it is? 10:02? Okay. Whew, this is really cool. At 10:03, when it strikes 10:03, somebody raise your hand. Eastern Standard Time, here it is. Winter has officially arrived. And that means that our Earth has reached its maximum tilt away from the sun, bringing us the shortest day and the longest night. The Winter Solstice is happening here right now. Can you feel it like I can? It's okay if you can't quite feel it yet. Just settle in with us and watch and listen to all the sights and sounds together as we journey. Let's begin our journey with a winter night.
As Rev. Christin lights our chalice this morning in the sanctuary, a symbol of our living tradition, those joining us remotely are also invited to light a chalice of their own. To help us enter into this time of worship, I offer the words entitled "The Nights of Midwinter" by Reverend D.C. Fortune. We light this chalice as a symbol of our free faith. We light this chalice to remember the miracle of the oil that burned for 8 days. We light this chalice to mark the nights of midwinter. We light this chalice as we wait for the sun to return. Please rise in body or in spirit to join in singing our opening hymn together, number 1051, "We Are in Your Teal Hymnal."
Friends and families gathered. Today, with ritual, we want to recognize, welcome, and dedicate several of our children and youth within this circle of love. Every day that a child is born is a miracle, an opportunity to recognize the power of love, a day to give thanks for the beauty of the earth, a day to recognize that no one is brought up alone, that every person is a blessing and even a savior to the world.
We invite the following youth and their families to come forward and gather in this open circle: Judith Shaya, August and Jasper Mattingly, Esme Whitmer, and that's it.
Welcome, welcome. You can be seated if you want. Welcome into this circle of love. as we work to dedicate ourselves and each other to the care and tending of these children and youth, we recognize all who have gathered here now and those who are away from us with distance and time. We honor those ancestors who have left this world but not our hearts, and we welcome them here in our minds.
Sometimes these dedication rituals are gestures of support for the children's families as they bring them before the congregation.
Today, however, this ritual was prompted by the desire of one youth in particular, Esme Whitmer, who expressed a desire to participate in a public ritual baptism. Esme agreed that this should be done in community, during worship, communal worship, and that others should be invited to join in the ritual. As we discussed what this might look like in a Unitarian Universalist context, this ritual dedication ceremony came alive in my mind again.
We use roses from the earth, our own sacred breath in words spoken, a symbol of fire, and water collected from our annual water communion ritual to bless them as they are, whole, holy, and loved.
Now, our ritual is unique from the Christian rituals of baptism or christening, which center around a public statement of common belief. Unitarian Universalism is a non-creedal, non-doctrinal faith, meaning that we affirm and promote many paths with one shared covenant or promise to journey together in love. For some who make this decision, it feels like both claiming one's faith and being claimed by one's faith community.
And because our children and youth have come of their own free will, accompanied by their families, we welcome them personally by name.
Judith Shaya, child of Michelle and Warren Shaya, have you come to be dedicated in this congregation at age 5? Yes. August. Augie Mattingly, child of Carly and Chris Mattingly, have you come to be dedicated to this congregation at age 6? Yes. Jasper Mattingly, child of Carly and Chris Mattingly, have you come to be dedicated in this congregation at age 9? Welcome. And Esme Whitmer, child of Gal and Jimmy Whitmer, sister of Ben Whitmer, have you come to be dedicated in this congregation at age 11?
Parents of these children and youth, are you ready to dedicate your children to this congregation?
Will you promise to love and care for them? Will you help them learn to love justice and live with compassion? And will you encourage them to live their dreams? If you will, say, we will. And congregation of all ages, will you promise to love and care for them? Will you play with them and be a friend? Will you help them learn to love justice and live with compassion? Will you share with them all the wonders of life? And will you encourage them to live their dreams? We will.
We will.
Let us bless them now with the elements. First from the earth, this is a flower made from the earth. May you know beauty. May you know that the earth provides all that you need. May everywhere you go be blessed by your presence. And may all you do be a blessing to the world. Judith, Augie and Jasper and Esme, you are the earth. Let's take a collective breath and gather up this air among us. This is air. May your lungs be full of fresh, sweet air. May you know the joy of a good laugh. May you find your voice through song, whispers, and shrieks. May you have a life full of scents, breezes, and sighs. Judith, Jasper, August, and Esme, you are air. And this is a symbol of fire. May it remind you of the divine spark of all creation that is in you. May it inspire your commitment to love and justice. May you be kept warm by the community all around you. May your days be bright. Esme, Judith, Augie, and Jasper, you are fire. Now, this vessel is the collected waters from the annual water communion that we do in the fall, where we each bring some contribution and put it together. And I reserve a small amount. If you'd like to pass it, yeah, great. Thank you for that. Help with the jar. This water holds the water of generations that have contributed. So this water, if you're okay, if I put some on your hands, may you always feel your thirst quenched. May you know the joy of hard work. May your tears be cared for. May you dance in the rain, jump in pools and puddles. Esme, Judith, Augie, and Jasper, you are water. Friends, it is with great joy that I dedicate these 4 precious souls to this community of seekers and to this world. Blessings exactly as they are to all of us. Judith, Augie, Jasper, and Esme. Please, let's show them some welcome. Our choir and one of our youth has a special song for you as you find your seats again. Thank you so much. Welcome.
We'd also like to invite you to join in singing with us. Words are easy. I am light. Follow the choir's lead.
I I'm not the mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that caused me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am alive. I am not the color of my eyes. I am not the skin on the outside. I am not my age. I am not my race. My soul inside is all light. I am divinity defined. I am the God on the inside. I am a star, a piece of it all. I am alive.
Friends, we dedicate time in our service every week to address what we call matters of the heart, to gather our spirits and center our hearts and minds and bodies in a moment of loving kindness together. You may choose to submit something for the Matters of the Heart segment anytime during the week on our website, or you can fill out a slip of paper and place it on the pulpit before the service starts. We light a candle of love on this fourth Sunday of Advent in this season of waiting. May we all feel the embrace of a love that can hold all the impossible matters of our hearts. We light a candle of appreciation for many open hands and hearts who offer their gifts of service. And as we learn their names and faces, may we begin to extend our own gratitude. To Sue and Patty for greeting us at the door, and the friendly faces of Nova and Robbie at our welcome desk. Joan and Lynn for serving as ushers. All the hands and hearts that went into transforming this space. Joan and Carla for counting our collection. Diane for serving as the faithful steward of our script card program that supports our operations. Tess and Deb for making our coffee in the kitchen. Doug, Diane, Zen for keeping us online all over the world. And Chris for paving a way for us to coordinate these important elements of our community week after week. May all those whose labor remains unnamed feel held by our expansive gratitude and forgive us for our omissions. May we increase our awareness of all the invisible ways we share in this work. We light one final candle this morning for all that remains on our hearts, unspoken. It may feel too large or too small to share. You may not be ready to hear it read aloud, but know that this community holds these things with you, even if the words never come. We honor all that we carry within us and know that the flame of our faith kindled here resides within us also at all times. So may it ever be. And amen.
Let me know when I start.
There was a grove of trees where the forest grew thick. The trees had stood there for as long as anyone could remember, their roots intertwined so that nothing could affect one without affecting them all. They were known to the inhabitants of the forest, the four-leggeds and those who fly, as the Old Ones. In the middle of the Old Ones stood the oldest of them all, taller and broader than the others. If one stood beneath it, one could not see where its crown touched Father Sky. And the smaller trees grew around its roots in the safety of its vastness. It was called the Ancient One, for it had known the Creator longest of all. It was to this grove that the creatures of the forest and the plains, the four-leggeds and those who fly, gathered for counsel. Had sent speakers, the oldest and the wisest of its kind. Snow fell thick on the familiar paths, and each arrived in silence, waiting with the patience of those who have seen much. When the circle was complete, they stood listening to their hearts. The first to speak was a whooping crane.
They have lost their way. There is no pattern to their journey.
They have lost their purpose. They do not gather seeds.
They don't know who they are.
Tatanka, the buffalo, dropped his head low and said,
They take more than they need and give nothing back. They do not give away.
The eagles added their view.
They do not see long distance.
They keep more than they can eat while others are hungry.
They no longer know that they are connected.
Then Fox, her coat bright against the snow, spoke.
They do not know they are beautiful. They decorate themselves with stones. They hide their spirit.
The beaver pondered sadly.
They think that they can hold on to power. They build lodges and they say, we can do this, and we look bigger because of our large lodges.
Next, the bear's deep voices answered.
They must make us small so that they will look big.
In the end, they must destroy themselves or others. They have lost their names and
They don't know who they are.
Grandmother Turtle, who was the last to arrive, made her way slowly to the center of the council. She lifted her head so that she could see all who gathered beneath the old ones. Her voice was barely audible.
We must give away ourselves to them. We must speak to them in soft voices. We must remind them who they are.
She paused, lowering her head into her shell, and then suddenly she lifted her head as high as her neck would allow and said with certainty,
I will give them my shell. I will come to them with no protection. They can use my shell to adorn themselves.
Around the circle, the council was silent. The wind did not blow through the trees. Not a single branch on the old ones fluttered. The forest was still as Grandmother Turtle began her walk back to the empty spot in the circle. After a time, the whooping crane began slowly.
I will teach them the patterns of life. I will remind them of the seasons.
The deer mice were quick to chime in.
I will teach them to gather seeds so that no one needs to be hungry. I will give them what I've stored.
The eagles searched the night sky and without lowering their heads said,
I will give them my feathers.
Perhaps if we cannot fly,
They will not feel small.
the buffalo, stood with his legs squarely on the earth as he spoke.
I will give them my flesh to sustain them and my skin to warm them. I will give myself away.
Each council member had spoken of the gift, that most costly portion of themselves, that each would give away. When the circle was complete, a new voice was heard. Into the shadow of the Ancient One came the presence of the Creator, speaking softly to the animals gathered there.
Ho, children, you will give yourselves away, but they will not know that. They will say, "See what I have taken," and think that they have made themselves large. I must give away my protection and come vulnerable to their lodges. I must choose to become small so that they can choose to know me as large. I must give away my name so that they can know their names.
The Ancient One has stood silent. The sound of their voice had not been heard in many, many winters, and when they spoke, the grove stilled to listen.
Creator, how can this be? How can the great mystery become small?
The shadow of the great tree became light, as the grove of the old ones became full of the presence of the Creator. With patience and love, the Creator explained,
"A baby will be born. He will be the son of the great mystery. He will be born not where the two-leggeds are gathered, but among the four-leggeds and those who fly. He will bring light into confusion. He will bring hope into despair. He will bring love, and his name will be great."
the Ancient One began to tremble, and those who fly left its old branches. The grove of the old ones moved in its quake as the tree asked,
Oh, Creator, how can I, whose name speaks only of my age, give away to this great mystery, become baby? What can I do for my grove in the forest?
The Creator moved towards the Ancient One, and the Creator's voice was low.
You will be his support. You will be his place of rest. You will hold his body in the beginning and in the end.
And the Ancient One wept, partly for joy and partly for sorrow.
Give everyone some feedback. Thank you to all our coordinators and our players and our gifted, talented folks who have brought their hearts and their bodies and their spirits into this ritual time, this time of storytelling and remembering. It is really, I'm feeling the shift. I'm feeling what might be the solstice, what might be witnessing our children and youth speak and share and come before us. We welcomed children and youth today not as possessions to be shaped, but as lives already bearing their own wisdom and promise. We heard through the giveaway, storytelling, and music that the deepest gifts are not the things that we hold so tightly, but that which we give freely again and again, the gifts of love and hope and belonging, the gifts of ourselves. In this community, dedication is not a single moment, it's a shared practice. It's a promise that growing up is a collective act, that joy and struggle alike are met together, and that when we choose to give away in care and responsibility, that returns to us as hope. The promise of light, it's on its way. Blessed be, and amen.
Now invite you into a spirit of generosity to collect our weekly offering. Each month, we commit to share our offering collection with a community organization that upholds our values. Our Share the Plate partner for December is the York County Food Bank, whose mission is to increase dignified access to nutritious food and community resources that enhance food security in York County. For more than 30 years, the food bank has stood by its unwavering belief that food is a basic human right. They distribute millions of healthy meals every year and are on the forefront of new approaches to ending hunger and poverty. The food bank's vision is to have a healthy, hunger-free York County. Our ushers will now come forward to collect the offering. If this is your first time visiting us, please feel free to let the basket pass you by. Your presence is a gift. join us in extinguishing our chalice and your home chalices if you have lit them with these words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
While we may have come to the end of our time of worship, we have also come to the beginning of our new season of life. Go out now with the joy of what has been shared and the promises that we have found and made together. Go telling it on the mountain and in the valleys, in classrooms and kitchens, on playgrounds and sidewalks, that every child belongs, that every person carries holy possibility, and that love grows stronger the more freely it's given away. May our lives proclaim this good news, and may we go out singing the truth that the world most needs to hear. We belong to each other, and hope is alive among us. Let us sing.